felt that I needed to speak to someone that was listening to me. Like you said, we were in Main Street in Teaneck. I think it was 11 o'clock in the morning, a lot of activity. Yeah. And so I felt that if there was someone that was listening to us that was possibly pregnant, or a mother that had a child that was pregnant and was probably giving them the option to abort, I felt that at that time, my story might prevent them from wanting to move forward and possibly having an abortion. I was almost 19 years old. I got pregnant. It was an accident, unplanned. And so I had a 7-week abortion. Honestly, I'm just going to be as raw as possible. Yeah. I saw it as just, just cleaning, just pretty much maintenance. Right. I didn't, I made a mistake. I had to get rid of it. No one had to know about it. And it's normal. It's the norm. About 6 months later, I got pregnant again. And so this time it was like, I was about 8 weeks pregnant and I had the second abortion. Nobody knew about it. And at this point, I still didn't feel guilty. Honestly, I felt like it's something that you're supposed to do, because if you're going to be a parent, you should be responsible and you should have the chance of knowing the opportunity of providing a child a safe home. And if you can't do that, then you need to be responsible and just get rid of this baby. Right. And that was my mentality then. I'm like, well, I did it before. I can do it again. I have a ton of friends that have done several abortions. This is nothing. But yeah, there was something inside of me that was saying, you need to stop. This is dangerous. This is not okay. This is a human being. Things started changing with this third pregnancy. Mm-hmm. At this point, I was 20 years old. And I decided, one of my friends, she decided to invite me to a church in Broadway. And I went that Sunday, and I had asked for prayer after the service was over. And the gentleman that prayed over me, he just started praying for me. And then he just says, and I knew it was God. He said, it's time to take steps of a woman, not of a child. Steps of a woman, not of a child. He said it about 2 or 3 times. And I instantly knew that I needed to grow up and own up to my mistakes. Now, my child wasn't a mistake, but my actions were. After that Monday morning, I canceled the appointment and I decided to go through with my pregnancy. And so after I had my daughter, about 4 months after giving birth to her, I left her father for good. I always say that she gave me the strength to leave him because it was no longer fun and games. So here I am with a baby, right? I've already had 2 abortions. Now this is my third child, my first one here on earth, right? Mm-hmm. That makes sense. And I have an argument with my mom, and it's really bad. And so when my daughter was about 2 months old, she was about 2 months old, the argument with my mother was really bad, and I decided to just get up, take my baby, and just leave. So I decided to call my daughter's father because I knew that I could stay there. And when it's good, it's really good. When it's bad, it's really bad. So it was one of those days where he seemed like the savior. And I just went to his house. We got drunk, to be completely honest. And I ended up sleeping with him, unprotected, with an open restraining order. The following day, I called my mother. I apologized. She apologized to me. And things were okay until they were not. When you're a mother, when you've experienced a full pregnancy, you know the stages. You know when your baby's kicking, you know when your baby is sucking its thumb. You know when the toes are developing. It's a completely different story once you're already a mom. Mm-hmm. But at this point, I said, there is no way that I can give this man another child. I have an open restraining order. I'm already a single mom. There is no way that I can give this man another child. When you do a 17-and-a-half-week abortion, you have to, they put something inside of you. I don't even know the name of it. They put something inside of you and they dilate you. And then you sit there in the waiting room for 2.5 hours. And as you all know, at 17 and a half weeks, your baby's already moving and you feel it.
Yeah.
I remember my child, I remember that my baby stopped kicking. I remember that. And I remember talking to God and saying, I'm going to send this baby back to you, in my mentality, even though I didn't want to. I decided to go through with the abortion. And I, after I came out of the clinic, I had suicidal thoughts. I didn't feel worthy. But yet I needed strength to continue raising my firstborn. And so it was a huge mistake. It was a huge mistake, and it's something that only a few people know in my life. And now I'm going public with this because it's something that I've been healed. I've been healed by God, and I've been able to move forward in my life. Also, if you've had an abortion, you can't beat yourself up or think, oh, well, karma is real. Anytime something bad happens in your life, you can't say, oh, well, that's karma. That's karma because I killed my baby.
Right.
Because that is not how God works. God wanted to show me a God of mercy. And that is really the reason why I'm speaking to you today. Because I want every woman out there to know that God is merciful. If we really cared about minorities in New Jersey, Black women, Indian women, Latino women, and if we really cared, then you know what? We should start teaching them how to be better parents and how to make better choices. Mm-hmm. Because all we're doing is we're creating a culture where anything and everything goes. We're creating a culture where taxpayers are becoming modern day slaves to this culture, because there are so many people that are they're juicing the system. They're having these abortions, and they're doing it on taxpayer dollars. There's nothing complex about it. It's a life. It's a baby.